Greetings there, my fellow constructoids. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Death Cult, episode 68, Encase the Base. So, I lost one of the prisoners that was supposed to become a ghoul, but I'm going to replace them now. With the new girl. I just have to chronophage her so that, because teenagers move slower. It's one of the problems why Major Mildew isn't a fast runner, because Major Mildew is still a 13-year-old. So as a result, they move 5% faster than everything else, which is unfortunate. I wish I noticed in time, but I didn't before ghoulifying him. So I've been very careful about that after that. So Hanova, once you're able to move around, we're going to chronophage you so you're older, and then I'm going to ghoulify you. Unwavering loyal doesn't matter. In fact, you don't even need to recruit them. You don't need to enslave them. You can just ghoulify them in the prison, and they instantly become ghouls under your control. Do they keep flesh mutations? I could try to check. The easiest way to check would be to enslave Hanovo first. Oh, well, yeah, okay. Enslave them, force them to mutate, and then to ghoulify them. So I'll do that. Because you've asked so nicely. Oh, Jazz, you need a meditation spot, don't you? Because you technically can psycast. I don't really care about Pain Block, though, so I'm probably not going to have him meditate much at all, ever. Pain Block doesn't matter. Especially given that, like, almost all of our fighting force is ghouls, and they don't even feel pain, so... Unnatural healing. I could also try to mutate him with unnatural healing. But doesn't... I'm not going to do that, because, Air Dog's still missing a toe. Or thumb, whatever it is. Ghouls with flesh whips would be nice. That would be nice. Although, you either can do power claws or flesh whips. You can't have both. So, I'd rather have power claws over flesh whips. But flesh whips would be economical for sure. For science, we must find out. Will do. Kitty, what is your crafting 17? I could also have Daedora. Yeah, I could have Daedora join the tailor bench for yeah, let's do that. To make double corsets for gifts. Because I don't really need her money right now. I have 3,000 steel and 1,700 plasteel. I'm pretty good on that front. But we're getting tons and tons of human leather from all those hate chanters, so processing the backlog of that would be good. Another question I have for you all is whether or not you think I should get Atmo Heater. I now have I have 3 shards, and one of the shards is going to go to Hanovo once Hanovo becomes a ghoul, but I'll have 2 shards left. So the question is, should I build an Atmo Heater? The ambient temperature of this map tile stays warm enough that it won't kill crops in the winter, but not warm enough that like grow season is perfect. So we keep the temperature above, 9 Celsius in the winter. It's probably not necessary, but it might be nice to have. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Give you 2.5 minutes to vote on that. I've been so bad at gestating this Daedalus. It's half done nearly, but it's taken a while. Do I need more corn? Oh, we have Great Flash. Well, Dave, that's not looking good for you, friend. But that's actually somewhere where a lot of people walk. All right, Hanovo. You are a bit of an experiment here. Go trigger mutation. You got a flesh mass lung. That's good enough. You are going to be anesthetized, so you can't fight me when I do what I do next to you. Because I'm going to ghoulify them, but I don't want them to fight back. So I know you asked about the corn. I don't have my cornfield being sown. But I could grow other things. I could grow chocolate. That'd be yummy. Good for mood. So I know the flesh mass lung isn't like exactly a ghoul arm or whatever, but at least it will tell us whether those mutations are kept or not. And looks like it. I just realized I don't have another set of plating and barbs and heart. Oops. But what I do have is another raffle timer. I am probably good with the amount of ghouls that I have now. Right? Like, 9's pretty good. It completely surrounds an enemy target. Right? I'll stick with 9. Moving the needle even further is just going to make it more and more challenging to kit them out properly. Cook up another Super Ghoul Xenogerm. And Dave discovered gray flesh that I analyzed. So it's the Veery Wisp, but I don't have enough samples to be able to identify the entity ID. You guys want the Atmo heater. Okay. I'm going to move the batteries to... It's in here. The other thing I could add is a bioferrite generator for power. How's my power? I think with the geothermal generator that we added, I don't really need power. So I think Atmo heater might be the best thing to get. Plus you, by very narrow margin, voted on it. Now that everything is cleaned up from that raid just about, or there's a few pieces left. Once those pieces are cleaned up, I'm going to provoke the void again. I think it's time. Technically, I could awaken it now. I have enough knowledge. But because we are death cultists, we want to know everything. We don't want to have an incomplete codex. So, fill the codex. What's with the smelter and the 3 coolers? This is keeping the inside of the base temperate. These are just AC for the air conditioning for the general area of the base. So that when I have beer brewing, it doesn't spoil. It's mostly just for beer. Beer coolers. I'm trying to become allies with the one that I accidentally betrayed. So I'm just going to send some, like, some of the miscellaneous meat over to him with some corsets, and hopefully that will be enough. And 100 ambrosia, because I have so much ambrosia it's ridiculous. To get that loaded up as a gift bag. And I also wouldn't mind at least being neutral with Broken Empire. Wouldn't be against that either. You don't get beer brewing? You have it within temperature and it still gets ruined? My guess is not within temperature. Unless you have a mod that's doing something. That's always a possibility. So we have the 2 claws, 2 legs for the next Uber Ghoul. Major Mildew, because you're, like, young, it's not going to be you. I'm going to do Moxie. I wish he was older. Oh, you know, and I screwed up. We have another youngin. Well, I'll have 2 youngins. It's fine. I was so focused on the flesh mass lung that I forgot to do the aging up. So, young ghoul, what's your name? Your name is Leb. Yeah, once they become ghouls, like, they don't really, you can't force advanced age on them anymore. So, and there's no unghouling. So that ship has sailed. $25, perfect. Oh, perfect. 78, now we're allies. Hey, Jazz, would you be so kind as to request a exotic? Actually, now that I think about it, I might not really care that Broken Empire is allied, because unless we have a rank knight or higher, we can't really trade with them anyway. So I'm probably only going to keep my alliance with Alistia. I don't care about Empire. Now that I consider how it won't really benefit me. Is Psychi tea still the best drug to use? Tea, beer, and ambrosia have safe dosages where you don't get addicted on first dose, provided that you're an adult. So tea, beer, and ambrosia, all 3 of them. Well, same with smoke leaf, but the smoke leaf has so many negative effects that, you know, you don't want to use that unless you need it. So my drug policies are always a mix of tea, beer, and ambrosia. So here's what they look like. Where if mood is below 70, drink beer. If mood's below 60, eat ambrosia. Maybe I'll Let's try to go for inspirations. Lean into the drugs, because drugs are cheap. And go for some inspirations, because maybe like Crackhead gets inspired and I get some legendary stuff. So all these three have safe dosages where you have to take more than one. And then if you're a waster, you can take Flake or Yayo too. Alright, Moxie, you are now... Oh, you're still a Mega Ghoul. Because we were Super Ghoulings left, that's right. So once these two are awake, we'll provoke the void. So being a tough, you have incoming damage of 19%, just like Fish Pickles, I believe. Yep. And then that improves even further with the Stone Skin Gland. So the last part of like the Super Ghoul project is to get Stone Skin Glands in Fish Pickles and Moxie, and so 2 claws, 2 legs, and a Stone Skin Gland per ghoul with everything else. It's expensive, but I think it pays off because they become ridiculously tanky and hard to kill. I'm going to do one other strange project here, which is the removal of nature within our walls. We have plenty of steel now, and I can deep drill for it pretty quickly. And this will help to reduce the amount of cleanup that we have, improve pathing and speed within the base, and it's just something for my guys to work on. Maybe not super productive, but still. I'm surprised that there hasn't been more hostile stuff being thrown at me. One of the other reasons for this is I'd like to roof up everything but our farm as well. So the flooring is part of that process. Okay. At this point, we're no longer sowing anything. I don't think we really have need of more crops for a long time. Unless we start growing chocolate. You know, I'm going to pivot research from tree sowing to chocolate so that we can plant chocolate trees in our inner courtyard. Just be the chocolate barons. The list of anomalies discovered, here it is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 advanced anomalies not discovered. And when Zaleb is on 2 feet in about a day, we're going to trigger that for discovering yet another. Yeah, not too many remaining. There's still a bunch of like ghoul improvements that I want to make before awakening the monolith. Awakening the monolith is difficult. I'd also, I think, would benefit from auto doors. So I'll get some auto doors rolled out too. I'm going to change the layout of this maze. Yeah. So some defensive improvements, which is going to be tough to do given that I have queued up all this flooring. But Jazz is, he's pretty quick to floor things, so maybe I won't be waiting that long. And that, so that our inside courtyard doesn't overheat, I'm going to have a removal of roof over some of it. Because it is an exhaust port for a lot of the base. I'm going to micromanage Jazz so that I can get plasteel doors here. One of the issues that we've been having is enemies break in. They break in sometimes through the walls, and that's what happened with the scythers, but the doors will help as well. So that the outside doors can be closed at all times. And I can consider airlocking the base a little bit better, where I'll have like double insulated walls around a lot of the perimeter. So if we do have breaches like those scythers brought in, it's not hellish results so quickly. Because yeah, that was really bad. I was not a big fan of having half of our storage like chopped up and our colonists beat to hell. Alright, one of the stone skin glands are done. I'm going to push back the provoke timer a little bit so that I can get the stone skin glands in fish pickles and moxie. So that they're like really truly ready to go. So with that installed, we now have armor as well. Before, the ghouls, the ghouls were tanking with essentially no armor. They were just trying to out-regen. So it'd be like sticking armor in Wolverine, where like all of a sudden they're actually tanky and not just regenerating so fast. So it should be pretty effective, I think, at keeping our ghouls in the game. Oh, here's a Listia, too. And I want to redesign this so that it choke points into one central point, which will be easier for me to defend and protect. So just like that. Not a big change. In my Dynamo, 16 rats. No, I don't know. I'll have you guys decide. It'd be pretty easy for my ghouls to clear out that Dynamo. So it might be free money. How have you decide? So it's just like 16 rats. You know, a ghoul or two could kill them, no problem. See what you think. Very unhappy with mini horns. Yes, please. Unisex beard fat body. Burden? Sure. Okay, that was a pretty good shade. Well, now I have horns that I can rework into super ghouls. I'm down. That works. And ghouls don't have a happiness, so that doesn't really matter at all. We got another sidecast. It's all looking up. Ooh, Skyra. That's naughty. Don't try to escape. What, you... seriously? That's your... you're breaking my walls here? Oh my god, you're so fast at it, too. Stop! I like how I can just start repairing the walls, and it... I override her... which is hilarious. Okay, since she's been sequestered. Looks like you guys want the Dynamo. Alright. The one reason to really take it is I don't have a source of known uranium, so having uranium would be kind of nice, because that would allow me to not have to worry too much about making spare locust armors and the like that does require uranium, or whatever I want uranium for, right? There's a lot of reasons to have uranium. And I don't think it will be too hard to clear. Well, I will accept that soon. Daedora with inspiration. Oh, you are a crafter. So I'm going to have you make a SMG. Are you sleepy? Not especially. So don't make a corset. Make a weapon that you're not allowed to use. Well, with everything going on, I only have 1 day for the MI Dynamo. I might as well take it now and get that done real fast. So, let's put Avalka, Madsen, yeah, just hop in. And she's fully Psi-Focus trained. Alright. So the extra tech prints are kind of nice. Flesh shaping. Circadian rhythm, or influence and healing factors. And let's go break that dynamo. I'm just going to drop in the center. I'm going to drop straight on it. Might as well. In fact, because I might be able to just get inside. Well, I'll fight them. If I was faster on the draw, I would have been able to just get inside and far skip home without the waste rats even be able to hurt me. Which would be funny. Hi, Dave! Alright, got flesh shaping. Deodora, what are you doing? Does not seem like you're working on the SMG, so get back to work. Healing factors and circadian. Yeah, that was not too inconvenient. The trade caravan is leaving, and I didn't manage to get the stone skin gland in Moxie yet, but I'm going to trigger the void anyway. We'll get around to implanting Moxie soon. What are we waiting on here? Oh, one more advanced component. Yeah, it's pretty costly in terms of advanced components. 8 of them. Oh, what the hell? There's been a tough spike here this whole time? Alright, that's news to me. Somehow I didn't know. Was it like downed? And just like laid there forever? I have a hard time believing that there's been an active tough spike in this area. And like, I just left it alone. Wow, seems like that is the case. Legendary! Ah, that's what I like to see. That will go very nice with Jazz's legendary. So we have 2 legendary SMGs. Also just realized my weapons stockpile is like nearly full, and it's almost full of all just garbage nerve spikers and the like, so from all the hate chanters. So I'm just sending them as a gift bag over to Alistia as a thank you. Just to free up room. Alright, I say everything's grown enough, it's time for chocolate. It looks like it's a pretty good time to provoke the void. All the ghouls are ready to go. All the dudes are ready to go. Awaka hasn't fully recovered sight focus, but like Close enough. So we'll trigger it, finally. There is a skip abduction, so maybe I'll abduct and then trigger it. Also, I think a Vulcan needs to do a psychophagy, too. Yeah, we only have a wounded slave. It's not a big deal. She's already preached help. She'll recover soon enough. Wow, Alistia +2 rep for sending that. Weapons are not valued very highly. So here's the Super Ghoul. Very unhappy. It's much better than regular unhappy. So that helps with metabolic efficiency a lot. I don't think skin color makes any semblance of a difference. Like, because they all end up just ghoul. Otherwise, it would add, you know, like red skin. So this is the newest super ghoul. Which adds horns. And do a psychophagy for the unconscious one that we just grabbed. That increases Avalka's psychic sensitivity by essentially brain scar ripping taste-o-tox here. Fine by me. They were going to be sacrificed anyway, so. How's your brain? Oh, painfully scarred. Lucky you. We have a valid path into the base. I'm going to put everything on lockdown now. Because we're provoking the void. You know, it's been a while since I've had Jazz and Crackhead as chanters. So I'll include them this time around. There we go. 2 years of psychic sensitivity. All for the low cost of brain scarring a victim. Sign me up. Void has been provoked. Let's hope it's not something ridiculous. Although, you know, if it's ridiculous, oh well. I can handle ridiculous. The inside doors here can be replaced with stone that are forced open. I'm going to change the inside zone because of these plasteel doors. Yeah, there we go. Practically free. It's a really low cost. Yeah, I mean, I guess I suppose it costs bioferrite as well, but that's... I have so much bioferrite, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, miscalculated marble column. Something from below. Ah, I know what this is. I don't have the heart to spoil it for you all, though. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Death Cult, which originally streamed live on Twitch June 16th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow cultists.